This is Knitting in the Shire. I'm Heather.
And I'm Bunny.
Today we are going to be showing you some of Aberfoyle, where Bunny grew up. So we're going to have some footage of a farm near there and some sheep, some animals.
A nice little wool shop.
A lovely little wool shop, and actually I've got some wool to show you from there. Last episode I talked about my wedding shawl and then managed to edit it out by accident somehow. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the wedding shawl, and I'll be able to show you the progress with the edited footage and where I'm at now. I'm going to talk to you about my Lord of the Rings mitts, my Rowan mitts, a couple of frogs inspired by Yorkshire Gnome Knits, and Bunny is going to talk about...
Well, I'm knitting my sister a poncho. I do like to knit ponchos, so I'm doing one for my sister's birthday. And we have also discovered a really cool board game called Knitting Circle, which I will show you later on.
So last episode, I showed you I had begun my, I think they're called the fingerless banner mitts, and they're from the Lord of the Rings knitting book, which again, I showed you last time. I've finished one of the gloves, so this is a kind of half-finished object. And so here is the final mitten.
How cool does that look? In Solemn Goose and Storm Petrol. That's the two colours, isn't it?
Yep, and like we said last time, this is virtual yarn, so it's Hebridean yarn, 2-ply, and I absolutely love it, and I love the pattern. It was actually really quick and easy to knit up when I finally got around to doing it, and the only reason I haven't finished too is because I'm knitting other things at the moment. I'm one of those people who always has a million projects on the go at the same time. So I'll show you it all in. This is the first colourwork mitt that I've ever done, and I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm definitely going to do some more. So there we have it on. Kind of perfect fit as well.
Love that thumb.
Yeah, well, the thumb actually, I think I would do a bit smaller. But yeah, I love them.
Really cool.
Really, really love them. So yeah, finally finished that one. I highly recommend that book. I think I'm going to do an episode where I show you some of my knitting books, because I've got some fantastic ones actually.
You got a pair of those books for Christmas. You got the Lord of the Rings and you got Harry Potter as well, the two of your greatest loves.
Yep, so lots of exciting things on that to do. My second finished object, so this is kind of half of a finished object, but the next one I'm going to show you, well, first of all, I'm going to mention a podcast that I've kind of recently discovered. I knew of the lovely maker. She spins, knits, embroiders, loads of things from Instagram, and I've been a big fan and follower of hers for a long, long time on Instagram, but I hadn't realised she does a podcast, and it's so delightful. It's such a lovely podcast, and I've been so influenced by Yorkshire Gnome Knits that this is the first thing I was influenced, and there's another thing actually. So I knit this for Bunny.
His name is Fergus, by the way.
Yes,
it's Fergus the frog.
Fergus. He actually, my dad thinks he looks better without his jumper. So do you want to take his jumper off? Do you like the knitting needles?
We should put this up for debate. So some people think he looks better with his little cute jumper on. I'm personally a fan of the jumper, so is my mum. But your dad thinks he looks cuter with the jumper off.
Yeah, so do you want to strip him? You strip him while I talk about the kit. So Yorkshire Gnome Knits got a kit, from Lucy Locket Land, and I looked it up and I thought that's a perfect kit for starting this. So this is the kit that I got, and it has everything in it you need to knit actually several of these frogs, including the pattern. Oh, we've got him naked now.
He's quite
so
cute.
Here's little naked frog.
Look at that wee belly. He's adorable.
Oh, his face looks a bit funny there.
Sorry, that might be my big fingers.
No, not at all. So we made a little frog. I love.
So in the kit you got all the
yeah,
makings.
I can actually show you.
Why don't you give us a breakdown of the kit, and how many frogs can you get out of a kit, would you say?
I think she says 6, but I feel like you could probably get more than that. So You get the wool, which actually isn't here, it's over there, but I can maybe put a photograph in of the wool that you get. You get paper wire, so paper covered wire.
Really cool.
You get lovely wool stuffing. You get little black safety eyes. And you get the pattern. And yeah, it's so much fun to knit. I wasn't sure I was capable of knitting a little toy. Absolutely love it. So Fergus, I knitted for Bunny, and then I almost immediately started one for my friend Laura. And I actually bought different eyes. So this little one's not finished yet.
This is Audrey.
This is, well, I don't know, because
Oh,
this is going to my friend Laura. And I got these different eyes, and I don't know if it's going to focus on, sometimes you have to put something in the background before it will focus. But yes, this is the different kind of eyes. I don't know what people think. I kind of prefer them, but I don't know. What do you think? Dad thought they were quite big.
They are quite big. I mean, for me, Fergus is always going to be the first.
Yes.
But she's very cute as well.
But it's, let's where's Fergus and look at.
I've got them in my
Oh,
pocket.
that's so cute.
Just let me check.
Right, will we put them together? So anyway, been really enjoying knitting these, and the little jumper is so cute and so much fun to knit. So I'm going to knit more clothes, and we're going to get little accompanying things.
You've now got like an order list, because my mum wants a frog, my sister wants a frog, so you've got your work cut out for you knitting tiny frogs.
But I actually I've been enjoying it so much. So this is one of the reasons I haven't done as much of the mittens. Just the one. Okay, why don't we move on to your poncho, because you're knitting that as a gift too.
Yes, so I had worn one of the ponchos that I had knitted when we were up at the farm. My sister commented on it, said she loved it, and I said, well, I might do you one for your birthday. She said she loves the colours kind of green and orange together, so you found these amazing colours. I think this is olive, and this is butterscotch, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
And it's the same brand, is it Lion?
It's Lion Woolies Thick and Quick.
Thick and Quick, I love it. So I'm doing my sister's poncho. And I really like it. I'm enjoying it, and this is my 4th poncho, so I've definitely got Poncho Mania right now.
And we talked about the pattern in the last episode, and it's linked in the description. I'll link it in this one as well.
I think it's a lovely project, and it's
is
a great TV project. I can just sit and do this and watch a movie or something, so it's a really satisfying project.
And actually, Bunny was looking for some advice, because you're trying to decide, aren't you, the quotient.
Yeah, so I've got 4 balls of the butterscotch orange. So here's the neck. So I've started in the olive, and I was basically just going to do the body in butterscotch and then have a band of olive around the bottom. But I really like the olive, and I'm wondering if I should have a stripe in the middle or just keep it orange with a green bottom. What do you think?
Well, let's see if anyone...
Answers in the comments, yeah.
Yeah, answers in the comments, because I
sister's,
don't know.
I've got a good wee while to finish this, because it's not her birthday until August. I was just dying to start another poncho, so I've started now. But yeah, I've got plenty of time to decide, but it's such a nice project you're working on.
So I think what we'll talk about next is the other thing that the Yorkshire Gnome Knits podcast inspired me. She visits Aberfoyle quite a lot, actually, by the sounds of it. And she was talking about this yarn. I always get the name wrong.
It's You've Been Fleeced. Yeah.
Yeah, You've Been Fleeced.
With you as in female sheep.
Yes, EWE. Which is this lovely little... it's almost like a hut, It's
just outside. If anyone knows the Scottish Wool Centre in Aberfoyle, it's just outside the main entrance to the Wool Centre. It's kind of a cabin. And it's a really nice wool shop where they sell everything, don't they? Yarn,
knitted
things. It's a lovely little shop.
Yeah,
highly recommended.
really
I think
lovely.
we've got some footage of it that we showed at the start.
We have, so I'll insert that here. Okay, so what did I buy there? I actually bought 2 skeins of You've Been Fleeced. The reason I wanted to do it, well, first of all, Yorkshire Gnome Knits talked about it, and I thought I need to get that. Why have I not got that yarn yet? I'm knitting a special surprise for Bunny that I wish I could talk about in this episode, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to film footage of it as I make it in the background, and then once Bunny has received it, hopefully on our wedding day, I'll be able to stitch all that together and show you. But I loved the idea of incorporating yarn from the place that Bunny grew up. So I got...
My first ever job as well when I left
That's
school.
right,
Was
yeah.
presenting the sheep show
Yeah.
in the Scottish Wool Centre.
So I got 2 skeins of yarn. I say skeins and I don't know if it's skeins or skeins, so I'm sorry if that's annoying. I managed to completely fankle one of them, but I got Jacob, and it's in the natural deep dark brown colour, absolutely stunning. This one I have not destroyed yet.
Yeah, it's not fankled so far.
No, so this is
lovely,
also
isn't it?
Jacob, but this is in the lighter.
It's got a great smell to it as well. I wish
Oh,
we could do
yeah.
smell-o-vision and beam this through, but it smells
so
amazing.
sheepy.
It is very, very lanolin, very sheepy.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
This was £11 per skein, which I thought was really reasonable.
Pretty
as
decent,
well.
yeah.
So these are going to be incorporated into Bunny's surprise.
And there's a field not far from the wool centre and not far from my parents' farm where the very Jacob sheep that the wool came from are out grazing, which was really nice.
So very lovely and very rustic and just really nice. And so we showed you a little bit of footage there of the shop and the sheep that are outside of that shop. So talk a little bit about that. So they have sheep outside.
Yeah, so when the wool centre first opened, there used to be a theatre inside at the Trossachs Theatre. I spoke about this before in a previous video. Unfortunately, that's no longer there anymore, but they still do sheepdog displays in the paddocks outside. I think they happen daily. It's been a while since I've been up to see them taking place, but they still have sheep outside the wool centre. They've got some lovely Jacobs, and there might be a Shetland as well. They've got a couple of different breeds, I think.
What's the one with the big horn?
That's the Jacob Tup. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Jacobs are a bit like Hebrideans in that sometimes they have 4 horns. So they have 2 horns coming up, and then they have a second set that curl round, so they look really like something out of a science fiction movie. They're very unusual, very primitive looking.
Yeah.
So they still do sheepdog displays outside the wool centre, and there's some sheep there, so if you're ever visiting, you'll get up close and personal to some lovely Jacob sheep.
So we also have footage from the farm that Bunny grew up on. So I'm going to insert some footage. You are going to see Bracken. So
Bracken the bottle-fed
lamb.
lamb.
Yeah, we mentioned Bracken in our last episode because his mother, sadly, she just didn't feel able to feed him, did she?
No, it was her first lamb, and I think the whole experience traumatised her a wee bit. So unfortunately, she didn't really take to Bracken. So he's become a pet, and he's bottle fed, and we've got some footage of Heather giving Bracken his bottle.
He's a lot bigger
He's
now.
He's a big boy now.
Yes.
He's a big lump.
So we'll show you Bracken. You're going to see 2 cats. We have Maisie, who you will see warming herself in front of the Aga.
Yep, in the kitchen.
And yes, Kitty, who was... Pretty Kitty, who was very friendly with me, and I think that's quite unusual. Yep. She's gorgeous.
Definitely bonded with you.
Beautiful. And then there's some footage of just parts of the farm that are just, I thought were really lovely that you might like to see. So Aberfoyle is up in the Trossachs, and you always call it the gateway to the Highlands.
The gateway. I think the Trossachs means the bristly country, a land of lochs and glens. And they call it the gateway to the Highlands. So when you start driving into the Trossachs, you really start to get that Highland feel because it's hilly and mountainy and stuff like this. You're starting to make your way into the rugged Highlands. On the drive up, you are just surrounded by trees on either side. Great big trees, really impressive ones, and you feel like you're really basically driving through a forest. And then there's obviously the Loch. Loch Ard. And so this beautiful body of water that you pass, and then you see rolling hills, not just rolling hills, but quite
you know, rugged. Because what's the one?
We're close to Ben Lomond, so you get
Yeah.
a good view of it. It's kind of like the Lonely Mountain out the Hobbit sticking up there that you see.
It was
Ben
quite
Lomond.
misty when we
Yeah.
were there as well. So there were, you know, caps all covered in mist. So it's
Yeah.
really lovely.
It's romantic country,
And
isn't it?
that's where we're gonna get married.
Yes.
So I'm going to insert that footage for you to see now. And
Your
then
wedding shawl.
No,
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, no, it's fine. I just thought this might be a good place to insert the footage of Kitty, Maisie,
Yes.
and the farm.
And Bracken and the gang.
And Bracken. So we'll leave that to you just now. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed just a brief glimpse of the beautiful area that Bunny grew up in. I say
I'm
to him
very
all,
lucky.
Yes, I say that to him all the time, how lucky he is to have grown up in such a beautiful place. It probably gets annoying.
No, not at all. I realise that the older I get, when I was younger, I couldn't wait to get away and go to Glasgow and explore cities and stuff like this. But the older I get, the more I realise just how lucky I was. So.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful place. So I am going to insert a piece of footage that, like I say, somehow I managed to edit out of the last episode. So we were sitting on this very sofa and I introduced my wedding shawl, and then later in the episode that I didn't edit out, we mention it, so it might have felt a bit strange. So if you watched the last episode, you might have been like, wedding shawl? I don't, what? So I'm going to insert that footage now, and then I'm going to show you where I've gotten to. I've only got a couple more projects I want to talk to you about, because we're going to keep this episode nice and short, because we're both starving and we're both finished. Well, I finished work.
And we're desperate to play Calico, the board game,
Calico,
which I am obsessed with.
And we're going to get Knitting
Circle,
the
yeah.
board game, which
I am hooked.
We will definitely be talking about maybe both of these in a future
I think
podcast.
we can get into your knitting podcast.
I think so.
It's a crafty
especially
theme.
the Knitting Circle
Exactly.
one. Okay.
Wait, what's next?
Next, yeah, in the Aaron video, so episode 6. Oh, this is episode 7. Seven's my favourite
Oh
number.
yeah, lucky number 7.
I look really tired for all sorts of reasons, so I hope I get over my vanity and just post this.
Beautiful, stop being silly.
Because, yeah, this is episode 7.
Can we just take a little second and show off our gorgeous rings to the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know if we did it.
I don't know, did we?
So on Aaron, I asked this beautiful woman to marry me, and she said yes, making me the happiest man in the world, and gave me this gorgeous pinky ring. I love pinky rings. Big fan of the Rat Pack. They all wore pinky rings. Love them, and this was from you. I love it. And
This
dun, dun, dun.
is the engagement ring, so it's an amethyst. I'll maybe again either put some footage or a photograph out in the
that's
sun,
a good idea.
because when the sun glows on
they
these
glow.
stones,
They absolutely glow.
and
It's
these were
beautiful.
made especially for us by Kate Coker, who you can find on Etsy.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate.
Beautiful ring.
So our rings are amethyst.
Yes,
Which means there's an amethyst theme going on here.
with our wedding. So, not to give too much away, but there's going to be an element of purple tartan in my dress outfit. All my jewellery, this man is so generous. Like, unbelievably generous. People will be like, oh.
I don't care.
We're very much in love. He got me an amethyst necklace.
And
Beautiful amethyst
which you just suit
earrings.
so well.
And so we're gonna have a theme. Also, my name is Heather, and you get this beautiful purple heather. There's lots of different things, and your mum's favourite colours are purple
And it's my
and
birthstone
green.
as well.
And it's Bunny's birthstone, so we are gonna have a theme basically of this colour. So I wanted to knit something for my wedding. It was really important to me, and I started a wee shawl wrap in Rowan Kid Silk Haze. So I better go up to the camera. So it's this yarn here, and it's just making this really light and fluffy. I can't really open it up at the moment because I'm partway through, but it's making this light fluffy shawl. There's three bits hanging off at the moment, but
You're looking very colour coordinated well with that
I
lovely
am.
jumper.
I'm all about this colour.
Lovely.
So this is the colourway lavender. So it's going to be like basically different shades of purple that we're kind of leaning into, purple and green. So there's a lot of work in this.
What, I don't know how you're a glutton for punishment, because you did that mohair shawl. Was that last year?
Yeah, I did the half and half triangle
Half and half triangle.
and I did it mohair, and it took me about a year to do.
It was a great feeling that day
I
we got down
love
to the
that
beach
shawl.
and you got to model it for the first time.
If only I could.
Could we not do a little bit in this? Maybe try and edit in a little shot of you spinning around in the beach with that amazing shot. I've still got it. I'm sure I do. Right, so it'll be a segue.
On Instagram, I did it to music, and it's one of my favourite little reels
so
that
cool.
I've ever made. So let's put
And you
that
put
in
so
here.
much work into it. I was delighted for you that day when you finally got to show it off,
and I
it's
love
gorgeous.
it, and I have worn it.
But the amount of work, oh man.
Yeah. So this is just like a wrap. So it's just basically a wide, long rectangle, and you can see I've got a lot to go. So I've got a lot of knitting to do in this. Hours that'll be weeks and weeks and months probably. Okay, so this is how far I've got. This is not the most successful. It's a shame because this is obviously for my wedding, and I was too experimental. I do this a lot. I should have just knitted a plain mohair shawl, but I got it into my head that because our rings have amethysts in and we're having this theme, I, in my wisdom, decided that I was going to bead amethysts into this shawl, and I'd never done it before. So there's a handy hint. If you're knitting a once in a lifetime special garment,
keep it simple.
Don't try something for the first time, because it was not very successful.
I think it looks fine.
Well, thank you, but I'm going to keep going with it, and I will probably wear it. To be honest, it'll only be for it's not going to be during the ceremony or anything. It was just going to be for if it gets colder later on. But it just really hasn't. It looks terrible on
It
there.
doesn't look terrible
Oh,
at all.
so it's looking a bit creasy because it's been in my project bag. You can see that I made an absolute hash. These are real amethyst beads. So yes, this is the shawl. It's okay. It's not really worked. I did little tiny amethyst beads and they looked a lot better, but it was really difficult to get them on. And then I thought, well, why don't I put bigger, flashier ones on? And yeah, I hadn't really anticipated that they would do that, and obviously the yarn is very fine. Anyway, anyone watching this who's a knitter will be like, of course that was a bad idea.
It was a good idea. It's just a very difficult thing to pull together.
Well, so yeah, that was my mistake. Why did I try something I knew nothing about? I had to even look up how to get beads
You've got to
done.
remember when you're wearing it, it's going to be
It'll be
kind of
scrunched up.
Yeah, totally
So
fine.
I'm going to wear it, but just
And
as a
it
cover
feels
up.
amazing.
It's very pretty, and I think one of the good things about a shawl is, I mean, it'll be fine just as a cover up, but it's not the special thing. I have done a lot though, so you'll be able to see how much progress I've made, and I've not been knitting exclusively on this, so I think I've done not too bad. The mohair I have been using is, I shouldn't rustle this bag because a lot of people really dislike it, but I think I'll have to take it out to show you. So this is the mohair that I have been using. So it's Rowan Kid Silk Haze in this beautiful lavender colour. I've really been enjoying it. It's a really soothing knit because I'm basically just doing garter stitch with a selvage. It's kind of is it, trying to think, I'll have to edit this.
No. Come on, you're on the spot
My
now.
brain's not working. I-cord. I've done a 3-stitch I-cord edging and just plain garter stitch, and then until I started messing around with beads it was perfectly fine and it looked fine and it was really enjoyable knit, and then I went
You went a bit experimental, and it's kind of landed okay. It's not that bad.
It's not great, but it's usable, and I guess that's okay. So that's basically what I've been working on. Also, I've been working on a surprise for Bunny, but can't talk about that because I don't want him. I just.
Do you want me to shut my eyes for a second?
Well, no, because you'll watch the episode.
Of course.
So, it's in here, and actually, there's another thing I was influenced from Yorkshire Gnome Knits is
project bags.
So project bags. So she did this beautiful episode where they were travelling. Do you remember where it was in Scotland?
It almost sounded like Kinlochard.
Yeah.
Was it Kinlochbervie or something?
Yeah, somewhere beautiful.
I can't quite remember, but yeah, it looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and she talked about this yarn, and so I was influenced into buying this in a good way, I might add. The frogs, little Fergus. That's with grateful thanks to Yorkshire Gnome Knits too. And then we were watching the episode from Scotland, and the knitting project bags.
She did say she'd taken too many projects, like she wasn't going to work in them all, but she was going to show the audience all the projects she'd taken, and they all had these amazing, and I was like,
beautiful
every
bag.
project had its own lovely bag,
Yeah.
kept it all so neat and tidy. I was thinking we need to do that.
I have projects dotted all over the house, and yeah,
it's too easy for things to go missing and just get scrumpled up.
Yeah, and
this is the way to do it.
Yeah, so this project, because this is going to be a surprise gift for
and
Bunny.
Lovely. It's got a wee dog on it.
It's lovely.
Really cool.
This just is me and Charlie. My friend, one of my best friends, Aileen, she got me this art print once, and it was a woman with an umbrella walking with a tiny dog, and she said this just made me think of you and Charlie, and this is quite similar, and I thought I just have to get this. I actually got it on Vinted, so I don't know who the maker is. It looks handmade. Oh, here we go. Rick Rack. Rick Rack Room. So don't know
Really
if
cool.
anyone's heard of that, but lovely bag, and it's just nice to keep it all in one
Definitely.
place, contained. And because it's a special project, I thought I would get a bag for this one. But I think we probably do need to
Absolutely.
redo it. I am not a monogamous knitter. I have so many things on the go that it's kind of crazy that I don't use project bags more often. And there's so many beautiful handcrafted ones in local businesses that we could be supporting as well, which I obviously didn't do with this one. But so yeah, I think that all we have left to talk about now.
Yes, so we are board game geeks, and we have
Mm-hmm.
discovered a couple of board games linked to the beautiful crafting of knitting and stuff like this. And our current obsession is this amazing game called Knitting Circle. So, knitters, if you do enjoy a board game, check this out. It is awesome. It's by a lovely company called Flat Out Games, and they make these really nice sort of craft inspired
Like
games, don't
cozy
they?
craft
So they've got one
games.
called Calico. They've all got cats involved in them as well, which is right up my street. So Calico is a quilting game which features cats. Knitting Circle is all about knitting. You're working on projects, you cast on, you're drawing yarn out of a bag and stuff. And it also features cats. And it comes with the most gorgeous little cat meeples. Look at these little meeples that you play with. You've got different cats. But it's amazing. Board games, cats, and knitting all rolled into one. And they've got a lovely game called Cascadia, all about nature as well. The games are lovely. But Knitting Circle is amazing. We've played it, about 5 or 6 times, and Heather's won. Oh, there was one time we drew.
Oh
It was
yeah.
88 points each, which is just bizarre. But apart from that, Heather has destroyed me every time, so it's definitely your game so far.
So you basically gather yarn and knit garments. It's great fun. We
It's
won't go
brilliant.
into it too much because this isn't a board game
No.
podcast. But if you like board games and you're a knitter, highly recommend.
Definitely worth checking out. Knitting Circle and Calico.
And
the
Calico,
quilting
which
game.
is about quilting, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Both fantastic games, aren't they? I realised the last thing I think I would like to put into this episode is, so my little dog Charlie, he's 15, and I think I mentioned in the last episode that he has been diagnosed with heart failure. Bless him, and he's going to be like the star guest at our wedding.
Yes.
And we've been trying to work out ways to keep him as comfortable and like stress levels as low as possible for this day, because there's going to be a lot of people that he doesn't know, new place, just all that sort of stuff, lots of traveling. And I got him a dog stroller. I never thought, my friend, she used to joke about this when Charlie was a lot younger, because I mollycoddle him like crazy, and she said to me, "You're going to be one of those people pushing a dog around in a pram." And I used to say,
No
"I'm
chance.
never going to be that person."
Yeah.
I am that person. I've got him a dog stroller, and there's some
He
really
loves it.
there's super cute footage of him the very first time he went in his dog stroller, and I think that would be nice to end on.
Yeah.
So we're going to say goodbye, and then we're going to leave you with
Enjoy
footage
Charlie Barley
of Charlie Barley
in the stroller.
enjoying his first ride in his dog stroller. So thank you. Actually, I would really like, I'm sorry, I just realised that I would like to thank the people who watch our podcast, because, it's, we're just sort of starting out. Well, certainly I had done a few episodes and they weren't that great, but I'm really grateful to the people who do watch and who comment and like and engage with us, and it just means a lot. And even though we don't have thousands of subscribers, I just think it's nice to connect with fellow knitters. So yeah, if you have watched to the end, thank you, and we're really grateful, and we
super
are
grateful.
yeah, and we really enjoy sharing our love of knitting, and we want to hear from you what you're working on, what you're interested in. If you've tried anything, so maybe the Lord of the Rings knitting, maybe you've played Knitting Circle. Are you into board games? We're obsessed with board games.
Yep.
So we would love to connect with people who are into knitting and board games, our two obsessions. So, and animals, all sorts of that.
Absolutely. I'm going to get Fergus to blow you a kiss.
So bye.